Greetings. We are a few of the Detroit Drum Devils, and we are going to show you today how to tuck a Cuica head. A Cuica head is different than a normal drum because it has a stick running up the middle, as you can see here. These are the instruments, or the tools that are here, but the instruments we're going to use to tuck this head, with the stick going up, wrapped around, or the head wrapped around it, I should say. These balls, we'll talk about how those were made later. And this is a goat skin head. What kind? From where?
Yeah, these are Pakistani goat, very thin Pakistani goat, preferred for the friction drum, which is what we're getting ready to tuck today.
So it's a friction drum, as John just mentioned. It's not a drum you beat with a stick. You actually rub the stick with a wet rag. And the history of this could be Middle East, but they believe Africa, and probably used to lure male lions, because it could make the sound of a female lion. So, we are about to get into doing this. So, we'll be right back. We're back. We're about ready to tuck this Cuica skin. John, your Pakistani goat?
Yeah, we have a Pakistani goat. We soak, when you buy these, they're hard like cardboard. We soak this about 1 hour, so it's workable. So the first thing we're gonna do is get the stick, center the ball of the stick to the head. I'm gonna make a couple folds. The next thing I'm going to do is tie the string. Around the ball. You don't want to tie it too tight because you do not want to rip the head.
Now the heads are pretty durable, but string too tight can definitely do some damage.
Okay.
There it is.
So the next thing we're going to do, lay the skin on the drum. Centered, of course. And we have our flesh hoop. Lay the flesh hoop over.
Sometimes that's just referred to as the hoop.
The hoop. That's
You
right.
hear it as hoop or flesh hoop.
Like that. Then we put the counter hoop.
Sometimes known as the rim.
The rim. That's
So
right.
they're both the same. If you are wondering or confused about these, going to line up our tension screws.
We pull the skin. It's going under the flesh hoop. Back. Over. And then we're going to very loosely put our tension screws in.
To hold her in place for the ball.
And then after we tuck this, we're going to let it dry for about a day or so, and then tune it.
Which they, as we said, the Cuica is really, you don't want it too high so you can bend the pitch of the drum. So it'll be tuned up a little, but if it's too high, then you can't get the lows. So we've gotten the wrinkles out of the head.
Yep.
We've got tension on it, which will take the wrinkles out also. So now John's about to cut this, and John, did you know, we talked about this coming from Africa and the Middle East and stuff. Did you know that this is a main instrument in samba? You start cutting. So the samba, this is one of the main instruments in Brazil. We're joking around, but of course he knows that. And if a part of the Batucada orchestra, Brazil, percussion really orchestra. But coming from Africa, supposedly it came from Angola and the Congo. We already talked about in an earlier video how we can make the sound of a lion with it, which they would use for of a female lion to attract the male lions. So their samba rhythms got mixed in through Bahia, 17th century, then Brazil being the melting pot of the European and the African slaves, as well as the indigenous people of Brazil. You have the samba rhythm from Africa actually melding with the polka. Did you know that in Europe? And the habanero rhythm, for how I understand it. So, John looks like he's done a heck of a job. He's going to probably do the final cutting here of the umbilical cord from the tucker to finally having the drum finished. There we have it. So how long is she got to sit before we're dying to play it? Can I play it right now?
No. We're going to let the skin dry for about a day. Tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll tighten it down just a little bit more, and then we'll let it sit for one more day before we play it.
You can even let it sit if you're not too anxious. You let it a couple days.
A couple
Always
days.
good. So you'll get to hear this drum on one of our next episodes, and you'll get to hear all these other drums, which are tucked with
Horse, calf, goat,
more goat.
and more goat.
And from different, you see they're very different from small, the big wood, metal, some thicker, some smaller. Some
And
bigger.
we have Pakistani goat and goat from Africa.
We're an equal opportunity Skinner. All right, till next time.